So my experience at the Point actually started almost a year ago. In August of 2015, whenever I approached the director of my DCE program, Jacob Humans, and he told me, hey, there's this amazing church that's doing ministry in a very lively, intentional, and immersive way. They're really taking this incarnation ministry extremely seriously. I think you should check it out. And from then on, God started leading me on this journey that ended up with me here in Knoxville. It's just been the best opportunity I could have ever asked for in terms of my own personal ministry development. And I say that because being a DCE student, a lot of the experience comes in the classroom, comes in the theories of ministry. And while we do have to do a ton of field work and coursework out in the ministry field, nothing beats spending your summer full-time at a church. Now, one of the most amazing things about the Point is the Impact Center. And what that is our church office space or our hangout space. The space we make available to the public is actually in the public. It's not in a separate building. It's in the middle of a mall, a crowded mall at that. So being out there and doing my work, there isn't an option to go and hide in a corner. Well, there is, but I felt it wasn't always wise to take that option. I felt it was wiser to make myself available to the people who came in, to the people who would want to walk in and talk about their family issues, talk about their real life struggles, intense struggles. And for me, that's where I felt the majority of my responsibility and my effort went towards, making myself available to not only the people in the church or the people I worked with, but primarily to the people outside of the church who were just checking things out through the Impact Center or checking things out on a Sunday. My other experiences, of course, included stuff like preaching and teaching in a capacity and in such an intimate mentorship relationship under Matt that I learned more about preaching and teaching than I felt like I ever could in a classroom just in these 3 months. Simply because of Pastor Matt's time and commitment, and not only his speaking prowess as a teacher, but his prowess as just a good leader and letting me do my own thing, letting me speak my own way. And it was really awesome, not to mention the opportunity to speak itself is always a blessing to someone who's going through their college age years training up to be a minister. It's an opportunity that not everyone has at their school, not everyone has at their church, but I had it here at our Wednesday night service. When it comes to concepts, ideas, or things I learned, a big thing I'll take away is leadership. And that sounds super general and super vague, but just by learning from osmosis, learning from being around Trey, the worship leader, and Matt, the head pastor, I learned how to lead people with intentionality and direction, but at the same time, gentleness and awareness to who they are as a person. Very early on this summer, I think it was actually our first staff meeting, our first week, Pastor Matt opened up this awesome can of worms, this huge rabbit hole for me. He showed me this video called Simon Sinek's Start With Why. It's this really popular TED Talk, this really popular concept in the business world. But he showed it to us as a church staff because he wanted us to ask the question that the man asks in the video. What is the core value and the fundamental belief that drives your actions, and how are you going to implement your desired result? Other place before the Point ever challenged me that way to think about that. What is the compelling reason behind what I'm doing? And it helped me come up with that why, how, and what statement to drive my actions in ministry and in leadership in general. The Point is a great place to ask those kinds of questions, to watch those random TED Talk videos and apply them to ministry, to broaden your horizons in terms of concepts, not only about leadership, but also about personal development that end up building, I think, a strong leadership base for me to continue building on through the next couple of years, through the next year at college, through my internship, and through my ministry, and whatever else God has planned for me in the future. But the good core rope that I'll have throughout all of that is being able to ask myself, what is the core belief? What is the compelling reason behind me doing what? It's been the awesomest experience for me because I feel much more capable and competent as a leader, not only going into school and my ministries there, but also eventually into a DCE ministry, and especially my DCE internship, which up until my internship here at the Point, I felt extremely incompetent about that. I felt extremely nervous, scared, and anxious about my year-long internship, and now I'm actually excited for it, all because of the opportunities afforded to me here in Knoxville.